Come on. A clean bike doesn't last long, does it? Well, I know I'm not exactly riding this bike quickly, but it's as quick as I want to go. That's basically the story. I don't want to go any quicker because I don't particularly feel safe quicker. That's just me. I'm 53. I'm not as quick as I used to be. This bike is a very, very quick bike. It has got lots and lots of power in all the gears. It revs to high heaven, and it really shoots up through the gears. And I don't want to go as quick as this bike can deliver, and of course I don't want to go as quick as the majority or a lot of you guys out there might want to go. So that's the reason why you might see me pottering around a little bit quicker than perhaps you want to go, and maybe you want to see a professional rider on it going crazy on it. Well, all those professional riders cost a lot of money, and so do teams, and of course we want to keep the prices of GPX nice and reasonable, which is half the reason why we haven't got loads of professional riders and team truck and large headquarters, because we want to keep the price reasonable. So there's actually a difference in the marketing for GPX. So it's a different product, and there's a different reason to be buying it. It fills a gap in the market. You know, it's affordable and it's available to people who don't want to spend, you know, a huge amount of money, but they're basically getting the same product as everything else that's there, but you're just not getting on those, you know, added profit margins that you get with the other brands out there, where, you know, they're having to pay for all these teams, etc, etc. But this is a rapid bike. It got put through a hell of a lot of abuse yesterday at you know, down in Dorset at the raceway, and you know, I just cleaned the carburettor out today and changed the air filter on it, and that's all I've done to it, and give it a clean off, and we're back out for another run today. So just absolute sort of basic maintenance really that you should be doing after every race. But it's a very reliable bike. The GPX 300 TSE, which this is it's 5,950. This bike has got no faults at all. It's developed no faults at all. The electric start works every time. You know, the kickstart, I've never used it. The brakes are really powerful as anything out there. I've previously had a Beta 300 RR as comparison. I've done a Romaniacs a few times, and I've done all sorts of extreme enduros and been riding enduros, you know, all my life. So I do not know my weight around a bike, and I, you know, rebuild these engines on 4 strokes and 2 strokes. You know, I'm not, you know, a mechanically naive person. That's not to say that I'm any better than a lot of people out there, because I'm not, but it just gives you an idea of, you know, I've got a pretty good maintenance level and a pretty good idea of mechanics on bikes, and nothing phases me. And this bike is a strong bike. It's given no problems whatsoever. It's very reliable. It starts up straight away. We've got the jetting dialed in nicely, and all of the bikes that are supplied in the UK will be supplied with a little pack of different jets, which will be fitted by the selling dealer, so that the bike is adjusted on the carburettor to exactly where it should be. So there we are, powerful rear brake, very powerful rear brake. I like that. Nice finish on all the spokes. These are stainless steel alloy billet hubs. Back suspension's very nice. It's nice and soft, but of course you can firm it up if you want to. It's got all the adjusters actually on it, high and low speed compression as well as rebound damping. The engine here is a 300cc, or just less than 300cc 2-stroke premix, so you mix your own fuel in there. We're on a ratio of 50 to 1. Got the power band adjuster just there. and as you can see, I've pretty much got it wound all the way out. But you know, you can wind it out more than that. You can do what you want on it, and of course you can fit different springs to that to make it more lively or to tame it down. There's all sorts of variations that you can do with the power valve to actually adjust the power delivery on this bike. It's got a very nicely finished exhaust with these ribs in it, which give a lot of extra strength. The brake lever is just perfect. It just sticks out far enough to you know, to be there in an emergency. But I've not caught it on anything. It's suffered no damage at all. And this bike hasn't been just in my hands, it's been in other people's hands as well, and it's not come back, you know, bust or anything like that. You got the fan kit, which has been coming on in real slow going and muddy going, where the front end of the bike is just caked up with mud. It's actually the fan's been coming on, which as it should do. Fork seals are good, no leakage on the fork seals at all. What do we got on that? We've got 15.1 hours on this bike. I've taken a speedo cable off it, so I've got no miles recorded on it. I've got a tube in the front, standard tube, and I've got a mousse in the back. And I got one of these FIM tyres, gripper tyres as well, on the back, which GPX will be supplying shortly. 4 LED headlight, powerful front brake, very powerful front brake, as good as anything out there. Decent hydraulic clutch on it, really is one finger. That's definitely not 2 finger, that's definitely a 1 finger. Plastic disc guard down there. You've got the plastic radiator guards on the top. These are all, you know, obviously all of this is included as stock. And down here, alloy gear lever, billet footrests, alloy sprocket, quick and easy access to your air filter just under there. Just pops off really easy, the air filter. It's got an overflow tank here for the actual coolant. Okay, there's the speedo. At the moment it's on 100 miles, but that's just coincidentally the time when I actually remove the cable on it. Anyway, it's getting a bit dark here. Hopefully you can make this video out all right. I'm going to make a move. If I can find my way back. ba 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 ba.
Super steep hill here. Oh, super steep. I think if I lost my brakes now I'd be alright. Second gear. Just tripling on the downhill, very loose. Years and years of leaves on top, can't see anything. Getting a bit dark as well, I can't see a lot. The stones underneath these leaves as well, but hey, I'll manage. it's easy. As stock, it comes with a 1352 gearing, and my guess it's good for at least 65 miles an hour, maybe 70. It's surprisingly fast on the gearing. I immediately went down on the front by 1, down to a 12, and I'm thinking that I really could go even lower. I'll look at a 12 or maybe go up to a 54 on the rear.